बड़ा बड़ा स्टार्ट हुआ है म्यूजिक चेंज हुआ था मैं बंद कर सकती हूँ वीडियो बंद है ठीक है हमारे बंद कीजिए ना
Sir, can I WhatsApp you my PPT, sir, so that uh, can you be please able to share that? Yes, sir. Sir, I have sent you WhatsApp, sir. Yes, kindly share, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Actually, it is not visible. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible. Yes, sir. It is visible, sir. Okay. So, very good evening to you all, students. Today we are going to discuss about business model canvas. Okay. So, business, sir. Next slide, please. So, business model canvas. Business model. So, what does that mean? Business model means business plan. Okay. So, you take any business, they'll be having their own plan. So, why do we prepare a plan? Why do we prepare a business plan? Usually, you take in our day to day life, if we want to move somewhere else, we'll plan, right? Take this weekend. So, you will be having your own plan, right? Similarly, every business will be having their own business plan, which is called as business model. And here is the definition: a plan for the successful operation of a business, identifying sources of revenue, the target customer base, products, and details of financing. So, this is what is the definition. So, business model, why do we prepare is that for the effective functioning of business, we prepare business plan, which is also called as business model. ஸோ இந்த பிஸ்னஸ் மாடல் பிளான்ல என்னெல்லாம் ஹைலைட் ஆயிருக்கும் அப்படின்னா ரெவென்யூ, டார்கெட் கஸ்டமர். ரெவென்யூ மீன்ஸ் இன்கம், ரைட்? வாட் த இன்கம் வி கெட், வாட் த சோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் இன்கம். தென் டார்கெட் கஸ்டமர். So who are all our customers, then the details about our product, and details of financing, that is called as cost structure. How much cost that the business spends. Okay, so that is what, so all these details will be given in a business plan, which is also called as business model. சரியா? So business model வந்து it will not be very lengthy. It will be in a one sheet paper. Okay va? So every business model you take, we have nine building blocks, and those nine building blocks will clearly explain what the business plan is all about. சரியா? So the nine business in the building blocks என்ன யூஸ் பண்றோம், what the nine building blocks we use in business model, that is what we are going to discuss in the next slide. So business model should not be very lengthy, it should be in a one sheet paper, right? So next, why use a business model canvas? So 6 points I have given here. First one is easy to understand. Yes, by seeing the business model, by seeing itself, we'll be getting to know, okay, this is what is the revenue, this is what is our customers, this is what is our plan, this is what the service that we offer, this is what the customer relationship we maintain with our customers. So, on the Madri, it gives a blueprint of everything. So, it is easy to understand. And second one is focused. So, focused, why we say is in a business plan, we'll be focusing on every important aspects in the business. Okay. So, we'll be targeting what are all the important factors or attributes that contribute to the effective functioning of the business. So, it is called as focused. And third one is flexible. So, flexible in the sense every business model canvas, BMC is flexible. We can change as per our convenience. The BMC can be changed as per the customer requirements. So it is called as flexible. So customers தேவைக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி we can be able to make changes in it. So it is called as flexible. And fourth one is customer focused. So if for the customers or the backbone of every business, first the customer has to be satisfied. Only then we can be successful in the market. No? So every business model canvas, it will be customer focused. And fifth one is shows connections. I told you, right, some nine building blocks, which we'll be discussing in the next slide. And those nine building blocks are interrelated. So nine building blocks we'll be using in business model canvas. So whichever we use, that is all interrelated. So that is what it is called as shows connections. And sixth one is easy to communicate. Easy to communicate அப்படின்னா by reading, by seeing that business plan, we'll be getting to know, okay, this is what the information is all about அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So it will give a clear cut idea of what the plan is all about. So this is what is the uses of business model canvas. Next slide. And this is how the business model canvas will be prepared. So if you see here, there are 9 points. Right side, you see customer segments. First point. Second one is, where is the second one? Value proposition. Third one, channels. Fourth one, customer relationships. Fifth one, revenue streams. Sixth, key resources. Seventh, key activities. Eighth, key partners. And ninth, cost structure. So every business model canvas, it should include, it should have all these nine things. It is a universal concept. Okay. Whatever the business model canvas you take the BMC of Apple products, you take the BMC of Samsung, Sony, whatever the product may be, Amazon, Flipkart, whatever the nature of business it may be. But these nine, based on these nine things only, the business model canvas or plan will be prepared. Clear? So let us now discuss one by one in the upcoming slide. So next slide. Next slide. Customer segments. Okay, this is the first one. So what is called as customer segments? Customer segments, any idea? If you have any idea, you're all MBA students or engineering students, I do not have any idea. But anyway, if you have any knowledge about customer segments, you can text in the chat box. Do you know what is customer segments? Anyone else? Segment abdina, grouping the customers. Okay, so customer segments means grouping the customers according to why do they buy, why they prefer our product. So grouping the customers accordingly is called customer segments. And we use four ways for grouping the customers. For segmenting, grouping of customers is called a segmentation. Okay. So first one is under customer segments, we have four categories. First one is geographical segmentation. Geographical segmentation means example, country wise grouping, region wise, southern part, northern part, like that region wise grouping the customers, which is called as geographical segmentation, right? Then second one is behavioral segmentation. So behavioral segmentation means customers buying behavior. Why do they prefer our product specifically? So for this, we have to keep on research about it. So only then we'll be getting the answer for why we have our customers. Okay. So that is what is second one, behavioral segmentation. Then psychographic segmentation. So psychographic segmentation means we'll be having various belief, we'll be having various opinion, attitude, personality, based on which our preferences will also get changed இல்லையா? ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ நான் கேட்குறேன் வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், வாட் சோப் யூ யூஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நான் கேட்குறேன். இல்லைனா ஐம் ஆஸ்கிங் யூ வாட் ஷாம்பூ யூ யூஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்குறேன். ஸோ ஐ கேனாட் சே தட் ஆல் த பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் whoever is attending they will say the same shampoo இல்லையா? So every person will be preferring their own brand. You will come across different brands telling that ma'am I use this shampoo, this brand, that brand. No, so many brands are there in the market. So you will tell different choice, no, different thing whichever you use. So that is called a psychographic segmentation. சரியா? ஸோ உங்களுக்கு வாட் யூ ப்ரிஃபர், பேஸ்ட் ஆன் யோர் ப்ரிஃபரன்ஸ் யூ வில் பி choosing or opting the product, which is called a psychographic segmentation, right? So then next one is demographic segmentation. Demographic segmentation அப்படின்னா ஏஜ் வைஸ், ஜெண்டர் வைஸ் பார்க்குறது, அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து what the age, gender, then that is what all the personal details, income level, right? So all those things are included under demographic segmentation. So customer segments na adhan. So customer segments means grouping of customers, dividing the customers into categorizing the customers into different groups. So four categories we discussed, right? Geographical, psychographic, behavioral and demographic. So on the madri, in different categories the customers will be grouped. That is the first thing we do in this step, customer segments. So first every business should understand who are their customers, why do the customers prefer their brand. So in the rendukum answer வந்து every business they should have clear ma. Then second point, next slide. So value proposition. ஸோ வேல்யூ ப்ரப்போசிஷன் அப்படின்னா என்னென்னா, இப்போ ப்ராடக்ட் சொன்ன அப்படின்னாலே திஸ் இஸ் வாட் த சர்வீஸ் த பிராண்ட் ஆஃபர்ஸ் அப்படின்னு நம்மளுக்கு ஆன்சர் கிடைக்கிறது தான் என்ன சொல்கிறோம், வேல்யூ ப்ரப்போசிஷன் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இஃப் ஐம் ஆஸ்கிங் யூ ஃபேஸ்புக் அப்படின்னு உங்கள் யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் எல்லாத்துக்கிட்டையும் கேட்டேன் அப்படின்னா, வாட் வில் பி த வேல்யூ ப்ரப்போசிஷன், வாட் சர்வீஸ் தே ஆஃபர், அதுதான் வேல்யூ ப்ரப்போசிஷன். ஓகேவா? ஸோ இஃப் ஐம் ஆஸ்கிங் யூ what is the value proposition of Facebook, what will you say? Facebook எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம், அவங்க என்ன சர்வீஸ் நம்மள கொடுக்குறாங்க? Please student, it is not for time pass. I'm just coming and delivering you the lecture. If I'm giving you something to if I'm discussing with you something, it should be useful for. Yeah, yeah, sure. I thought it is our students and okay. Yeah, sure, sir. So, value proposition means what the service that we offer to our customers. So, if we tell the brand name, we'll be getting to know this is what is the service that is rendered by the company. So, for example, if I'm asking you Facebook, so what service does the Facebook offer? Why do we use Facebook? Why do we use Facebook? By using Facebook, what we do, you can text in the this text box. You can text in the chat box. You can text value. No world news. Okay, Hariharan. No world news. What is the main purpose of Facebook? It is a global connection, right? So we can get connected with any person globally. So that is what is the main value. Connective world. Yes, Nitin Rupesh. Good. So world global connectivity. So if you take Facebook, the value proposition of Facebook is global connectivity, right? So value proposition means the service that the brand offers. So that is called as value proposition. For example, you take Apple. Can anyone tell the and the slogan is different from value proposition. So it should be clear. So value proposition, every company they'll be having in their business plan, and it will be like a sentence form. Okay. So the value proposition of Facebook is global connectivity, and you take Apple products. Okay. So what is the iconic slogan of Apple products? What is the iconic slogan of Apple? Iconic slogan? Think different. No, so think different is the iconic slogan of Apple. So what the value proposition of Apple is? High end product. So high end product, what they actually mean to the customer is that their product will never become defective. Okay, no error we can find in that product. If you are coming across any error or defect in the product, if we go to the customer service with our bill or invoice, they will immediately replace the brand, they will immediately replace the product for us. Okay, they'll not do for service all. If you take other brands, if you come across any fault or defect in the product at the time of consumption, if we approach customer service, they will get the product from us, they'll give us some 2 3 days time, then they will repair us, and once again they will give back to us. No, so that is what all the other brands will do, but Apple is not like that. They offer, their value proposition is high end product, which means they are very 100% sure about their quality. They 100% they say that their product is reliable, it is high end, they say, which means the product will not get defective. So that is what is their value proposition, their main value proposition. And here are some common value propositions I have listed. So, if you take any business value proposition, it will be like rendering good service, reliability, surety. Okay, so BPCL, you take Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Its value proposition is pure for sure. So they give surety for their pureness, right? So that is what the service they offer. That will be the value proposition. And common value propositions I have listed here, some eight I have listed. So first one is newness. Newness means every business they should have their own value proposition. It should not be copied from anyone else. And if you are running a business, if you are giving anything as a value proposition, then you should be able to justify why you have given that statement, right? As I discussed with you earlier, so Apple has given high end product as their value proposition, which means they give full they assure us that they produce, they give us 100 percentage quality product, right? So similarly we should give justification for why we have chosen that value proposition. And second one is high performance. So high performance means we should prove that whatever the work that we do, we should show that we perform good. No, so that is called as high performance. And third one is ability to customize. Ability to customize, customize means alteration of product. So altering the product as per the requirement of customers. And fourth one is design. You take any product, they'll be having their own design. No, so design should not be copied. For that purpose only we get patent for it. Design. No. So Apple, that Apple symbol, it should not be copied by anyone else. No, they have got patent rights for it, which is called as design. So regarding the slogan or the design of the product, everything, they every brand is unique. And fifth one is brand status. Yes. By saying the brand name, it determines the status. For example, if I'm telling you Sony brand, then obviously we have good image about that brand. No? So that is called as brand status. And certain brands will be having very poor opinion about it. No. If you tell that brand name itself will not be having good image about the product. So brand and status goes hand in hand. If the brand name is good, then the product image will also be good. If the brand name is not good, then the product image will also not good. Will also be not good. Okay. So that is called as brand status. And price. Price, this is most important thing. So first, in business model canvas, you have to, in customer segmentation itself, you'll be finding out who are all your target customers, whether it is a rich people or middle class or poor people. Okay. So based on which you have to fix up the price for the product. So if it is a Audi car or Mercedes Benz, only rich people can get it. No. So price, fixation of price. So based on the customers, we'll be fixing up the price. Then seventh one is cost reduction. So cost reduction means we have to reduce the cost of our product at some point, so that every customers, whoever wishing to consume our product, they may consume it. For example, now iPhone 14 has come, and earlier iPhone 13 was there. And 13 at the time of the launch, no, I'm talking about some 126 GB. So at the time of their launch, it was around 77,000. And now after the launch of iPhone 15, the price of iPhone 13 has been reduced in the market. So this strategy is adopted by almost all the companies. No, so at the time of launch in the market, they'll be having separate price. After the product gets some 1 year older, or some 6 months older, something like that, then based on which the price will also be getting decreased. The main purpose of that is whoever wish to consume it, they can consume. And today also in class, one student was asking about me, ma'am, I'm planning to get iPhone 10, like that. Then I was telling him, why you plan for iPhone 10, you can plan for iPhone 14, right? That is what is the recent model. And he tells that, no ma'am, I have some budget problem, so I want to have that iPhone. So that is my passion. Using iPhone is my passion. I don't bother about the model, and I should also buy it for the price which suits for me. So that will be the mentality of many people. Okay, so this brand I have to consume. So for that, the price, it should get at some point of time, every business, they should plan for the price reduction, so that every customers, whoever wish to purchase the product, they may purchase and consume it. And seventh one is cost reduction. Cost reduction. So cost reduction is, you can fix some reasonable price for the product, right? So you cannot keep reducing the price of the product. If you are selling it for the very low cost also, it will not have good image, brand image. So that every business, they'll be planning about their cost reduction strategy. As I told you in the last point in price, then seventh point, cost reduction. If they are planning for cost reduction, so much of cost reduction differences should not be there. Some 2 3,000 rupees they can reduce gradually only. This cost reduction should also take place. If for example selling the product for 70,000 this month, and next month reducing the price for 40,000 means the product will not have good image among the customers. So cost reduction, if a business does, that should be done gradually. Okay. And eighth one is convenience. So whatever the product it is, it should be convenient to use. Everyone should feel that okay, I feel comfortable with this. Okay. So all these things are included in this value proposition. Will be like a statement form, or it may be like a word form also. So value proposition, it focuses on all these 8 points. Based on these 8 points only, the value propositions will be given by the company, will be given by any business. The next slide. Channels. So channels means we all know how we reach the customers, what channel we use. If it is our own channel means, if you want your own channel means personal selling, right? Or you may use some other source, like you may use retailers or wholesalers for selling the product. So what channel you use? If you're doing online trading, then you may use some platform for selling the product online. Clear? So that is what is all about channels. Okay. So what channel? Will you use your own channel or partner? You can also have partnership with other channels. For example, you take Flipkart. Flipkart is an online platform. If you go to the Flipkart, so many brands will be available. So whichever the brand you prefer, you can get it. No. So that Flipkart is having partnership with different brands. So that is what we call it as channel partners. Okay. So this is what is all about third point. The next point, next slide. Customer relationships. So customer relationships, it plays a predominant role. So this is the most important thing every businesses should consider, every business should consider. So first thing, you should be able to answer how you get, keep and grow your customers. So how you have to develop the relationship. Okay. So for that, you have to research thoroughly. What do your customers prefer from you, right? So R&D department, they should keep on researching what do the customers prefer. So how the customer relationships are maintained, I'll give you few examples. For example, now you simple, you take if we purchase some medicine in the Apollo pharmacy, we'll get a message immediately: thanks for the purchase in the Apollo pharmacy, you have got credit points of this, like that. You would have experienced this thing, no? So that is one kind of example of customer relationships. So this customer relationships, it can either be automated or it can be personal. If it is a personal means, any business, they can have direct relationship with the customers. So how to have direct relationship with the customers? By giving them discounts or coupons, by offers. So all these things are a direct relationship. Automated relationship example, for example, it if it is your birthday means, you will be receiving an SMS from that brand. We wish you a happy birthday. We for long life. We what something, no, some greeting message, we'll get it for our birthday, no? So that is called as customer relationship. That is automated customer relationships. No, whenever we, every birthday, we'll be receiving the greeting from that particular shop or brand. Okay. So that is what is customer relationship. So these are all the examples. Now everything has become technology, this thing, no? After you pay the bill, we are getting the message immediately in our mobile, no? Thanks for pay for making the receipt, like that, no? So all those are the examples of customer relationships. So we are so all those are the examples of customer relationships. The next slide please. Revenue streams. So revenue streams means how the income is generated for a company. What is the source of income for the business? Then second one is, what strategy will you use to capture the most value from your customers? So for increasing the revenue, how you would, what strategy you would use to attract your customers. That is more important. So revenue streams. Okay. So revenue streams, how the income is generated. For example, you take YouTube, right? So how the YouTube generates income, revenue. So free users are there, and there are also few users who will pay the subscription fee and they will access it. And whoever nowadays in YouTube, whatever the video we see, no, if we are seeing some other lengthy video, some 30-minute song, if we play in between the half of the song, some advertisement will be telecasted. And few people they get irritated, even myself. When I'm in driving, I used to switch on the YouTube for 30 minutes video, I'll just play. By the time half the song will get over, and immediately the advertisement will be there. Till I put that click that skip ad. Only after I click that skip ad, that advertisement will get over. If not, the advertisement will be keep on continuing. No. So some people are really irritated with that. So only the Google is having the paid subscription also. So if we pay no for subscription, if we pay the fee for that subscription fee, then we'll not get any advertisement, and we can enjoy listening to whatever we see in the YouTube. So that is how YouTube generates income. So it generates income both through both the sources, through free users. If the users are watching it, the video, same video, or you are using so much YouTube, means through that the income will get will get generated. The other thing is, but through the paid subscription also, the YouTube generates revenue. So that is called as revenue streams. How a business earns money. The next point, next slide please. Okay, taking a step back. So all these 5 points whichever we discussed in the earlier slides: customer segments, value propositions, channels, customer relationships, and revenue streams. All these 5 points are interrelated. So any business you take first, accordingly only they should plan. So in this business model canvas, the first point will be key partners. If it is not numbered, the first one which you will see will be the key partner. So we should not start with the key partner. We should only start in the sequential manner. So all these first points, first the business has to fix it up, right? And all these five, everything, all the nine are interrelated, but these first 5 points whichever we discussed, that should be planned first prior by the business. The next slide please. Key resources, sixth point. So key resources, every businesses they'll be having their own resources. What the input that we give for the business is called as key resources. So physical resources, example land, building. Okay, land, building, machinery. So all these things are physical resources. Intellectual resources. So people whoever work there may be very knowledgeable. They'll be having knowledge in various domains, right? So that is called as intellectual resources. Third one is human resources. So without manpower, any business cannot function. So that is called as human. And fourth one is financial resources. So financial resources means without investment, any business cannot run. So the main objective of the business is to earn profit, right? So without making any investment, can the business be successful? No. So these are the key resources. Without these resources, any business cannot function effectively. So physical, intellectual, human, and financial. And next slide, please. Key activities. So, key activities. What are the most important strategic things you must do to make the business model work? So, key activities means how you perform, what the key activities you plan. So, that is called as key activities. How the work is being carried out. No? So, that is called as key activities. So, for example, key activities. Yes, so that is what key activities. What how the work has to be carried out, right? For example, if you want to attract customers, what the methods you have to use. You want to know the customer preferences means you have to keep research on what the customers prefer from you. So doing all these things are called as key activities, right? So strategic things you must do to make the business model work. So while having the key activities, while doing the key activity, we should be thorough with all the things, internal and external analysis we have to do. Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats, what we all know. So while planning the key activities, all these SWOT analysis has to be done first, based on which the key activities has to be planned. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Key partners. So key partners means every businesses, some they'll be having the partners. Those tasks and activities that are important but which you will not do yourself. For example, strategic alliance. So strategic alliance means we all know that two businesses they'll tie up and they'll do business and they'll be having some common project and they'll be attaining their goal, no, through that common project. So that is called a strategic alliance. The best example for that is we all know that ICICI. So ICICI is India's largest banking sector, no? And Vodafone is India's telecommunication network service provider. We all know. And these two people, they mutually joined and they came out of one payment system called E-Pesa, M-Pesa, sorry, M-Pesa, EPESA. You would have known it is an M payment system. It is a kind of M payment system, whereas you can make use of that app to make payment to any other person belonging to any other country. Okay, so across boundary you can make payments. So that was the objective of M-Pesa app. So that is called as key partners. Okay, so key partners means it is strategic alliance. So strategic alliance means two businesses they will tie up and they will sign. They'll mutually sign for a common project and they'll work together. The example which I said you was ICICI Bank having tie up with the Vodafone, and the project which they signed and they worked was M-Pesa. M-Pesa is an app. By making use of that, we can make payment across boundaries. Okay, so that is what is key partners. Key partners means strategic alliances. One business having partnership with another business and attaining a common goal. The next slide, please. Cost structure. So cost structure, it is very important. Okay, so cost structure means how much cost that the business spends for carrying out the things whichever is mentioned in the business model. So this cost structure, and it is fully based on the value proposition. Value proposition, it is a promise that we give to the customers. So whatever the promise that we give to the customers, we should fulfill it. For fulfilling the promise, we have to spend money for it. No, we should not think of spending money. So that is called as cost structure. And next slide, please. So here, so we all know these are the nine building blocks of BMC. So we are all clear about BMC. So after my presentation, anyone else, if you have any doubt regarding this nine building blocks, you may question me. Okay. So we shall see the example one, Google. Okay, this is the BMC of Google, and we all know it is a search engine. And if you see here in customer segment, so how it has grouped its customers. So it has grouped its customers into three categories. So we all discussed customer segments means grouping the customers, like that we discussed. So how the Google has grouped its customers? It has grouped based on three categories. First one is search user. Search user, we use Google every time. Without Google we will not live, no? So without Google no one can survive in this world nowadays. So that has become the trend. And second one is advertiser. So there will be also advertisers who will spend money, no? And search user, they will be having the money. So they will be spending 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 money. So they will be provided by the college. No, the college holds the authority for that. The college will decide what content has to be edited and what has to be put in the internet, in the Google, in the website. No, so that is what is content owner. So for Mother Teresa Engineering College, the content owner will be the college. No, so three customers they have grouped in customer segments. And second point is value proposition. So what they promise to the customers: free and fast search. Yes, we all agree, no? So whatever we search, before all, we'll be reading books to understand what the concept is all about. Nowadays, if we don't know anything, no, if we have a dream also, we'll Google and find it out. That is the most funniest thing to say. That is what we do in our daily life, no? So even if we are having some dream also, we'll Google and see, okay, this what is the dream about. So what is the explanation for this dream? So like that, all that much addiction we have towards the Google search engine, no? So that is what is value proposition. In the first point, they say free and fast search. Yes, we all agree for it, no? Then second one is search ads. Search ads is, if we want to find some information about some brand or product, we'll Google and see, no? Through that we'll be getting to know what are all the feature of that product and everything. So the product description we'll get to know. And another one is display ads. So display ads, Google also promises to display ads. So much of ads it displays, no? So that is what is value proposition. If you open this Google search engine, and if it is an Albert Einstein birthday, they will write Albert Einstein. That Google search engine, that Google letters itself will be like Albert Einstein face, and some creative they will use, and through their creativity they'll be making us to know that okay, it is Albert Einstein birthday, and they have used words like this. Okay, so all these things come under display ads. So these are the value proposition. So value proposition, we all know it is a service that is promised by every business to its customers. So these are the value propositions of a Google. Okay. And third one is channels. And channels is it uses the platform. Online platform is the channel. That is the only channel for the Google. No. Only when we are getting connected to the internet, we'll be able to access Google. Unless and otherwise, we'll not be able to access it. So that is called as channels. And fourth one is customer relationships. So how does the Google maintains relationship? Whatever the information we search, it gives. So we'll not leave Google, no? How to impress others, no? We'll Google and find out. Instead of asking to the friends, we'll Google and do all those funniest things we'll do. So that is what is customer relationship. So how addicted we are towards the Google. And fifth one is revenue streams. Revenue streams. How the Google is getting revenue. So Google gets revenue for free users or there. So much of them, if they browse uh, Google search engine, it is a kind of revenue for them. Then ad revenue. So many of them through displaying the ad in the website, they earn money. Display ad revenue. So display ad revenue means, for example, some ads they'll be what repeatedly displayed. You if you open any page in the Google, that ad will be there in any part of your screen. Okay, so that is what is display ad revenue. So these are the income generated, these are the sources of source through which the Google generates revenue. And sixth one is key resources. Key resources is platform. So Google is a platform, online platform, we all know. Then seventh, key activities. So key activities, what activities it performs? Its first one, it manages its platform. No, it manages, it keeps itself updated. Then R&D, research and development is also the main key activities. So R&D, they'll these Google people, they'll be keep on researching the demands of the customers, based on which their search engine also they keep updated and modified, right? So these are the key activities they perform. Then key partners. So key partners, platform, OEMS. OEMS, it is a platform that supports for Android, for iOS, and for Microsoft. So by using any of these devices, we can be able to access Google. Okay. So these are all the key partners. And final, the ninth one is cost structure. So cost structure, what it has been given here, platform cost, content owners. So how the cost structure, they spend cost in these things, no? So how attractive the search engine should be, how the content has to be displayed. So whatever the thing that we did that is displayed in the Google, it is very neat and clear, no? It is not like some irritational, it is not like that. So for that purpose they spend cost. Okay, so this is the BMC of Google. So this is what is the BMC of Google. This is the example one. And next slide please. Next slide please. So this is the BMC of Skype. So Skype, customer segments, free users. Okay, so free users, and one more point that can be added, Skype also has a paid users. Sorry, I have not added in this PPT, it may be some typology error. But in the PMC of Skype customer segments, there are two kinds of customers. One is free users and another one is paid users. People also pay and use it, pay and subscribe that premium service, all we can access premium, for premium services to offer to lend the premium what to get the premium service, we pay money and we use Skype. So that is customer segment. So here I have included only one. So two kinds of users, free users as well as the paid users, both the things will come under this customer segments. And second one is value proposition. So value proposition, free internet and video calling. Yes, that is what the service they offer to the customers. So Skype means what? Do we pay money and use? No. So many interviews we attend through Skype. No. If we have the internet connection, we can attend it. So free internet and video calling. So internet if we have, we can attend video calling. Then cheap calls. Cheap calls is, I told you, right? Paid callers. So paid callers, they'll be pay some subscription fee. That subscription fee, whichever we pay, will be the cheap only for premium as compared to the telephone telecommunication network, which they charge. Comparatively to that, the Skype, all these kind of software, no, their charges will be low. So Skype is having these two value proposition. Cheap calls, so they assure the customers that whatever they services they charge for the premium paid callers, it is a reasonable price. So that is what they say. And third one is where is the third one? What is the third one here? Key partners, key providers, channels, right? So channels, skype.com. So skype.com, if we install Skype app, we'll be able to access it. And headset partnerships is that Skype has partnership with the headset manufacturing companies. Okay, so that is what it is told here. And then fourth one is customer relationships. So customer relationship, it is a self-service, no? So if you want to use Skype, you don't get assistance or help from anyone else. So if you are having the app, then you can go ahead with that service. So it is called as self-service, which is called as customer relationships. And fifth point is revenue streams. So revenue streams, free, prepaid calls, hardware sales, right? So free means so many customers they use it for free, because of which the revenue Skype generates. Then prepaid calls, we can also make prepaid calls by making some premium payment. Then hardware sales. So hardware sales is that this software is upgraded, no? For the software upgradation they'll be I'm sorry, this hardware sales. So hardware sales is um, so Skype, it offers different services, right? So because of the paid services which the Skype offers to the customers, so that is called as hardware sales. Then sixth one is key resources. So key resources, software developers, software. So it has key resources. So people whoever is knowledgeable in developing software, they'll be working in Skype. And the key resources, that is what here, software developers, software. Then seventh one is key activities. So the main activity which the Skype performs is software development. So they keep upgrading its software. Then eighth one is key partners. So key partners is payment providers, telecom partners. So it do have connection with the telecom partners. So different countries get connected. No, for that the Skype that app it has contact with the different telecommunication network. So that because of which by sitting in India we contact with the person in Kenya or some other countries. So that is what is key partners. And ninth one is cost structure, software development. So cost structure is what the business spend cost. Skype they spend mostly in developing their software. So this is what is the BMC of Skype. So if you see the BMC of Skype, it will be like fully software, self-service, customer-oriented, prepaid and paid, what a paid and free users like that, right? So simple only all these things. The next slide, please. Example 3 is Gillette, BMC of Gillette. So first one is customer segment is individual customer. So customers will be an individual person. And second one is value proposition. So value proposition, razor handle and blades. So if you take this Gillette, no, Gillette, this razor handle, they will call it as bait razor handle. I do not know how many of you know. If it is a razor handle, no, if it is a Gillette brand, then they will say it is a bait razor handle. And blade is it is a hook blade in the sense we cannot use it for a long term. No, it is a replaceable blade. So that is what is value proposition. And third one is channels. So through retailers, they reach the customers. Then fourth point, actually the PPT is very small in my system. Fourth point is customer relationships. So customer relationships built in lock-in. So how if we are one time if we use it, we'll get addicted towards it. So that is how they maintain the customer relationship. No way the blades are harmful. No, it is very easy to use, and they were the pioneers and monopoly also in the market. No, and fifth point, where is it? Revenue streams. So how the income is generated if they are selling one handle, razor handle, they earn money. Frequent blade replacement for selling blade, no Gillette blade, and for selling the handle blaze what um, razor handle they get money, they earn money. And sixth one is key resources. Key resources is brand and patents. So these are the two key resources of this brand. So brand is Gillette, and another one is patent. They would have definitely they got patent for it. And seventh one is key activities. So these are the key activities they perform. Marketing, they keep giving different advertisements, no, that is marketing. R&D, they also keep researching how this can be brought to the next level, how advanced this blade and this razor system can be brought. And logistics means at the point it is a storage place, no, from the point of production to the point of selling. So how that take place, so that is called as logistics. So where the product is produced, it is not getting sold there, no, it is getting sold in retailing shop. So how it is brought to the retailing shop from the production unit. So that is what is all about. It is the that is what is all about logistics. It is a storage place from the point of origin to the point of consumption. Okay. And eighth one is key partners. So key partners is manufacturers, retailers. Okay. So key partners, they themselves they are manufacturing, no. So they it is a key partner and they are retailers. And final is cost structure. So how in what they spend cost in marketing, they spend in L&D. I'm sorry, in R&D, logistics and manufacturing cost. So for all these things they spend cost. So their cost uh, they spend cost only for these things, for marketing, R&D, logistics and manufacturing, right? So this is the simplest example, Gillette. And three examples we have discussed so far. No? So what are all the three examples? Can anyone text in the chat box? So what the three examples we discussed in BMC? What the three examples we discussed? Kindly message in chat box so that I'll be getting to know, okay, my participants have listened to my lecture. So BMC, we were discussing about the first example is all about Google, no? BMC Google. Second example is about, very good, Suresh Babu. Suresh Babu, very good, Suresh Babu. So Suresh Babu has told Google, Gillette, Skype. Very good. So these are the examples that we discussed in BMC. So next slide, please. So summary. So BMC provides a way to show the key elements of any business model on a single sheet of paper. So nine building blocks we discussed, right? So in that tabular column, in that sequential manner, all those nine things will be planned and it will be given in a single sheet of paper. Okay. So that is what is BMC. And BMC is based on nine building blocks and interrelationships between them. We cannot have our own business model. We cannot prepare our own thing by having certain parameters in mind, and we cannot claim that it is a BMC. Business plan, you can make whatever you wish for your business, you can have it, whatever the parameters you want to assess, you can use it in your business plan. But if it comes to BMC business model canvas, only all these nine building blocks has to be used. Only based on these nine parameters, every business has to plan how efficiently the business can be carried out. Clear? So hope you are all clear about all these nine building blocks. Dear participants, if you have any doubt regarding these nine building blocks, you may question to me. And Mary Divya, she has raised her hand. Whether it is intentionally or unknowingly, she has raised a hand. I do not know. While I deliver the lecture, I keep seeing her. Mary Divya, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Why have you raised your hand? I think it is by mistake she has raised her hand. Yes, before we wind up, definitely I want the feedback from the participants. Kindly text messages in the chat box, or you can also unmute your mic and tell. So, how was my lecture all about? Yes, whether it is clear or understanding or okay. Kulkarni, only Kulkarni has sent. So feedback is most important because we have spent almost 1 hour, no, in this thing. So Nitesh Murthy, thank you so much. Nate Samurthy. Any others? Okay, thank you Indumati. Harish Manigandan, Sheikh Irshad, Gayu Kritika, Subi Naidu, Uma Suchitra. Okay, because I was delivering a lecture, I should also know Surya Prakash. So I should also know how far Saravanan, Ratika, Somash Shankara Karpa, Roslyn, Sandana Bharati. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear participants. Hariharan, this meet is useful. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because I should also know Tangasil, Rupesh, Matan, Charles, Supi. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank
Um,
you all. Thanks for your support and thanks for listening to me patiently all this time. So, evening we all sit together for 1 hour, and this
uh,
evening should be useful for both of us. Suresh Babu, Dhanalakshmi, thank you so much. So this
Ma'am,
evening
shall
should be
we?
useful. Munilal Kumar. So this evening should be useful to both of us, to all the participants. So Arupda, Sudiptana, thanks for all your support. Thanks for all your positive feedback. Really, it creates energy for me to give more lectures in future. Nitin Rupesh, thank you so much, Nitin Rupesh. So Mary Divya, okay, still Mary Divya has raised her hand. So thank you so much for all your feedback. It was a wonderful evening with you all. Hope you have learned this concept. BMC Muthumale, thank you. Vishwajit Raj, thank you. Thanks for all your feedback. Yes, who is this? Someone else. Okay,
Sarandraj?
someone else. Saran Raj. Okay, thank you all. Thank you, sir. I thank Mother Teresa Engineering College and I thank the management for providing me the lecture. Nitin, Dhanalakshmi, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please don't keep on messaging because I cannot say thanks for all. Thanks for all your support and thanks for all your positive feedback. And I wholeheartedly thank the management for providing me the opportunity. Management is a very generous people and I'll be ever grateful to them every time, always. And I thank Sir for providing Ayyappan Sir,
Thank you,
MS
madam.
Srinivasan Sir for providing me the opportunity to deliver this lecture. And Sir was asking me for the lecture, and he always takes interest in offering lectures to the students. He always plan how the students can be benefited in different ways. So what the
Thank you,
effort
madam.
he takes, no, that is really a remarkable thing, whichever he does. So I thank wholeheartedly. I thank management. I thank all the participants. I thank Ayyappa Srinivasan sir. I thank overall. I thank Mother Teresa Engineering College for providing me the
Okay,
opportunity to
please wait,
deliver this
please wait.
lecture. Thank you all. Thank you, dear participants. Thank you all.
Now let me provide vote of thanks on behalf of St. Mother Teresa Engineering College, its management, principal, HOD, staff and students. First of all, I thank the resource person, Dr. Jainab Zarina, for her excellent presentation on the business model canvas, and I thank all the participants for their patient listening as well as their wholehearted feedback and contribution. Let me give, thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all.
Participants, let me now give the feedback link so that you first fill the feedback and then I will give the certificate link. So can all of you fill the feedback link? I am posting it here. First, please fill up the feedback link.